Good evening, everybody. It's Wags, Chicago. I haven't done well, I'm in the middle of working on putting together all the links between the weather lately. With the fog, this winter fog we've been having so much, to the flash freezes, the snowquakes, a lot of weird shit going on. So, let me get situated here. I start thinking, and let me adjust this microphone. Hang on. My arm is killing me. Hang on. Can barely use the mouse. Give me a second. Another reason. Let's just show you here. Make sure everything is working. Anyways, this video I'm working on, I may put a questionnaire out on Facebook and Twitter and on here. I want to get some more people's input on what they're seeing. I have my own video, so I have all the copyright on everything, so I don't have to worry about that. And now there's been a bunch of changes. I think they kick in starting next month with the links, so I won't be able to put links safely in my videos anymore, because if down the road the link site does something immoral or whatever on Facebook or on YouTube, then it goes back to me. I had nothing to do with it for linking people to it. See what I'm saying? Have you ever heard of in China they're doing the social what do you call it, credit score? That's what that sounds like, because what happens is they're already doing it there, and it's coming here. It's just a matter of time. If you don't behave, then they will ding you and make you behave. So, and if you don't, then they'll start hitting your family and friends score. That's how they do it. That's how they're doing it now, and it's coming here, and it's the same thing. If you don't behave, then your parents' score goes down, or your kids' score goes down, or whatever. So, back to science, the religion. There's the religion of science, and then there's actual science, and this would be more to the actual science as long as this data is really true. I don't have a Schumann resonance frequency counter. I have to go by what Russia is telling me, because it's the only place you can get this information. So, if you do want to check this out on your own, go to my site. I'll show you right here. People can do their own research. WAGS CGO for Chicago, that's what that means. And it loads. The computer crashed, by the way, so I'm late getting on. I had the blue screen of death. All kinds of shit floating around on it until it finally rebooted. Whatever. Okay, when you go to wagscgo.com, you'll see the little tabs up here. I'm still updating the site, give me time, but the main thing is right here. Hit the red button. It takes you right to Schumann. Hit translate unless you speak Russian. There you go. Right here to the far right. Let me make sure I'm on the right page. Next one. Yeah. This is the current time. They do it different in Russia. They don't go by UTC, and so they go by their own local time. So just count backwards. So 7 here all the way back to 7 here is 24 hours. So from here over is the last 24 hours, this window here. And then from 9 to 9 is the next one. So from here to here is 24 hours. So you could see, you can almost put this right on top of the other one. There is something cycling. See these lines up and down? That 0 hertz is the top. 40 hertz is the bottom. It's going way over 40. See this line? This line is going from 0 and you go down. 8, 12, 16, 20 hertz, 24 hertz. It goes in increments of 4. 40 hertz is the bottom, and it's going, last year we hit 60 or 70 hertz that I recall. So this could be all the way down to 70, 80, 90 hertz right now. And my point is, and nobody wants to see this point, and you know what barometric pressure is, right? It's so important, barometric pressure, that almost every smartphone now has a meter in it that reports live to, I believe it's IBM's weather machine. IBM's weather machine is doing constant live feed from Delta Airlines. They have sensors on every airplane that's in the air. They're doing little mini weather maps from each plane, feeds into the AI computer, gets them better results. They're taking your cell phone everywhere you go. It's recording your barometric pressure everywhere. I think that's what it said. Anyways, barometric pressure when a storm comes in drops. So it could be 30 point something. And then people that are in pain will tell you, man, my back, my arm, whatever it is, started hurting real bad this morning. I think it's going to rain. They're not crazy. They have a feeling because they could feel it. The reason they feel it in that circumstance is the air pressure drops. When the storms come in, the pressure drops. So when it drops, that's less pressure being put on your body. So it releases, right? But what happens? Your body swells out because there's not as much air pressure squeezing it together, right? So if you drop the pressure, it allows your body to expand just a little bit. Just enough to where any injuries you had, it hurts worse. You will notice it. And if it doesn't hurt most of the time, they notice it. Oh, my knee hurt, whatever it is. That's why people say that. Why do you not apply this to Schumann frequency? Schumann frequency is not magic. It's not something new. It's been going on since Beethoven knew about it. Beethoven, look him up. I hate when people say that. Look it up. Beethoven was trying to hit the magic frequency, which they thought at the time was like 7.48 or whatever. And more recently, they found out it's like 7.6 or whatever it is. It's in that range between 7 and 8. That's not the point. The point is that he knew that he can make his music, if he could make his music closer to the frequency that your body is used to and comfortable with, which is between 7 and 8, let's just leave it in that range, then you will like the music better. And he gets close to that, and that's probably one of the reasons why people like feel smarter and all that shit when they listen to Beethoven. There's a reason. So when these frequencies are changing, like you see in this screen, there's a pattern here. If we start here, it's at 10, 11, then 13, then 15, then 16. Those are the hours. 1,000 hours, 1,100 hours. Every hour, look at these stripes. Every hour, a new vibration comes down from 0 to 40 plus hertz. Your body and your brain and your mental state and your emotions and every cell in your body wants to be right here, right on this blue line going across. You can see it underneath those lines. See this little blue area? That's where your body is comfortable. They used to call this the God frequency until that became a bad word in this country. So it's not a bad word in my book. The big G, not little g, big G. Okay? Then you get people that say, well, maybe the little g is messing with these frequencies. That's one of the theories, to try and get in our reality or whatever it is. I don't go down that rabbit hole. Some of you might. But it's interesting. It's an interesting theory. At least if you're into Schumann frequency. So if you think the barometric pressure could affect you, but this doesn't, then I can't help you. And if you don't see chaos on this screen right now, you're not helpable. And your body feels this. Your body knows this is going on. See, your body, when you cut your skin and it fixes itself in a few days, your body's doing stuff all the time that you have no control and don't even know it's doing. And we continue to abuse our body. That's all we do. We eat. I'm eating these suckers once in a while. I don't eat any sugar anymore. If you watch my videos from 2 years ago, I was a lot heavier. I lost a lot of weight from cutting sugar, especially, number one, I stopped high fructose corn syrup. There's suckers you could buy that have no high fructose corn syrup, and they're organic, believe it or not. If you're going to eat any sugar, don't eat the high fructose. It's even worse. But point is, and I don't like the alternatives. There's something. My body's real sensitive now. Like the smells. This is, I can smell sulfur outside. And then everybody, it's the garbage dump that's nearby. One, that's a pretty new dump. Two, it's freezing out. It's been freezing for 2 months. Unless they dug a hole through some old garbage section and let all the fumes out, probably not likely. And you would smell it like every couple times a week, you would think, every time the wind shifts, right? So this is leading into that. But my point here is we're being blindfolded to real stuff like this. This is measurable, real science, as far as I know. I don't know anything anymore. But as far as I know, this is real. And I kind of believe it because they've been trying to figure this out for a long time. The magic frequency. And that's where you get into your little g stuff or big G and who's in charge of these things and all that. Or you get into the ELF, which I talked about briefly, which I got to do a better video on. You can't do that in live time. There's too much information. I'm going to have to edit something together. There's a plenty of information out there already. That's why I'm not really too worried about it. There's a lot of videos out there that explain it to the T on not just the US's HARP system, which they say is offline, which is baloney. There's the one in China that's 4 times the size of Manhattan or New York City. Either one. I think New York City. You gotta watch my own video. I forgot. It's New York City or Manhattan. 4 times as big. Either way, it's huge. That antenna, I believe, is the largest now in the world. It's hidden in China. It helps with their weather system. And they talk about it. It's not hidden information. The information's out there. China talks about their weather mods and how they make it snow in certain areas. They use these little chimney things, which is pretty cool. Do one region in the mountainous areas, they use these fireplace things. It's super cheap to do. They throw in these little wood chips. They're coated with, I think it's aluminum, because they use aluminum. I think it's an aluminum product that makes the snow. But anyways, they put that in there. They burn it as smoke. The smoke goes into the atmosphere. And this isn't new stuff. That's why they could do it with fireplaces outside. They could do it that way because in the early 1800s, there was a guy, one of the original meteorologists or whatever they call him. Back then, I don't know what they were called. But he was called the rain doctor or something. And he knew the way to trick the clouds by burning stuff. He would burn forests or something. And he would start these fires and it would make it rain. And everybody would pray, you know, they looked up to him. They thought he was special. He just knew how that worked. So weather modification goes back to the early 1800s as far as we know, if not further. So anybody who tells you that that's not going on, just don't even talk to them, because until they see any of this and wake up to it, they may never, which is fine too. You don't want everybody awake because then they'll have panic. So that's why I don't even try to do that. All I'm saying is, why? Why is this happening? So then it could be a cool thing. That's what I was thinking about earlier. If this, let's say 8 is roughly 7.5. If that's the channel we've been on for so many years, whatever, generation, at least back to Beethoven because he knew about it, then would they have figured out if we tweak this, we can change behavior, right? Like the colony stuff, the colony behavior, things like that. So if we can tweak these frequencies, what does it do at certain levels? Now, when I can't play video, I got to find pictures of it because you get copyright on everything now. If you look up videos on sound, frequency, and patterns it makes, just do those 2 words, sound and singular panel. There's a name for it, and I can't remember the name of it. There's a certain name for this. Here. Chalandia. These plates, you could buy these right here. I don't know how you pronounce it. Chladnia. I don't know how you pronounce it. This plate you could buy and make frequencies go through it, and you put like sand on it. Yeah, I want to play again. If you, right here, this guy's gonna make one. Here's this site, since I can't tell anybody. It's called Make. I've never looked at this site. I've just seen these before. 66 down. Look at that. Anyways, build a, whatever this word is, plate. I apologize. I don't know the word. But he's going to make it, whatever. So then, make it out of metal. I want to show you the part where the frequency hits it. They attach electric to it or whatever. See this? They put salt, it looks like. So when you put salt on here, and then you hit it with, see down here, you got frequency going into it, it will start to make geometric patterns. And each frequency has its own style. I'm bringing this up. I haven't found them yet. I think I published it, I'm not sure. A few weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, we had a snowstorm. And at the beginning of the storm, there were these 3D, like 5 or 6 sided snowflakes. I'm trying to find where you see he's using a speaker. They're making the frequency out of the speaker. Anyways, look this up. Hang on. Look this up. The topic is called this word here. C-H-L-A-N or A-D-N-I. C-H-L-A-D-N-I plate. And it says, observe the visual patterns of various sound frequencies. The reason I'm saying this is if you look at, I can't play it, but I will show you. This is when it started to tie together. So I wanted to also do a video, not just on the sulfur smell, but what's his name here? Mr. MBB. Everybody knows him. He put out a video yesterday where he was a little freaked out. It sounded like, just the way he sounded, I'm guessing. But he went in a store. I gotta find his. Where the heck is it? There we go. He went to a store. This video right here. I can't play it, but I can refer to it so far. Alright. Here's his site. Mr. MRMBB 333. That's his site right here. Freeze the thing. Here's all his info right here. He goes to the store and it's clear out. And when he comes out, he sees this sky. Below. See the line here? And how gray, like there's like a filter almost over the sun basically. When he went in the store 20 minutes before this, or 15 minutes before, it was all blue like behind it. Comes out, this is the exit right here. He's like, holy cow, what is this? Like, where did all this clouding, like, it looks like a haze. Like I report here, we get this plasma haze here every night. Almost every night. Every sunset, we got this plasma sky. I call it, I don't know what it is, but I call it plasma. It looks like plasma. And here it's got like a brownish reddish tint, which we've been getting brownish red, pinks in the sky settings in Illinois. Maybe now they're doing something up here. But whatever that caused this to happen, you could see a ring right here. You could see the outer ring. This is frequency. Okay? I guarantee it's frequency. And whatever chemicals are up here, they can just flip. You ever see those like Vegas hotels, you go in there and you can flip a switch and the window will like milk up and then nobody can see in or out? That's what I think could be happening. So they have a certain chemical just floating around, whatever they sprayed earlier, possibly, allegedly, I don't know. Well, it's not alleged, we know they're doing it, but whatever. Anyways, that's up there. They flipped the radio frequency on, which you saw right here. It changed. See the patterns? So depending what frequency, you could change the pattern. And the reason I'm mentioning this is when you go watch his video, he shows you right here his windshield when he went home. These splotches, it looks like up here when you park under a tree and you get sap on it. That's what it looks like to me. Now later he's going to zoom in, and there's an actual structure. They look like the pentagram, like I'm telling you. I saw with the snowflakes here. They were three-dimensional, and they had the similar shape. He zooms in. I don't want to play this whole video, but he zooms in, and he wipes the car up to show it. The car looks like it's metallic paint. It's not. See these drops in there? See that drop with the center? That's the exact thing that's happening here. If you look at this, he's going to zoom in on it. See these with the circle inside? They look like the people that look at the stars at night, but they leave it out of focus. And you see that like that weird glow, and then there'll be a pattern inside it. That's pretty much what it looks like. Well, look at here. Depending on which frequency, you can make these patterns. Just saying. So, if these patterns were being zapped with a frequency, which could be why this is 24 hours ago, and we did one a couple days ago. This has been going on every day for a week. Every day you get this. Here, how many hours is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is about a 10 to 12 hour period that this freaks out. Then it shuts off for 12 hours. And then comes on again. And then shuts off. It'll shut off for the night. It's like they're doing it in the daytime. And then tonight it'll be off. Just like it is now. Just like it was last night. I mean, look at here. It's so powerful that you could see the pattern. It's about patterns. Look at these lines. There's zzz, zzz, and wait. And then the next day, zzz, zzz, zzz. Wait an hour. Zzz, zzz. You see what I'm saying? On, off, on, off, on, off. Could this be different areas that they're zapping? That the Earth is just picking up on the frequency. So it freaks it out. And then it's changing our channel. Possibly. This is a theory. If you've been on channel 7 point something your whole life, and now the TV channels are going from 0 to 60, depending on what time of day, where you're at, when it, okay, is that why we're seeing these colorful sunsets, these weird rainbows that never happened before, these inverted rainbows, the double, triple rainbows, the colors are backwards like they're mirrored. We're seeing purple sunsets, which you'd see once in a while in the fall. And I remember when I did photography a long time ago, you would wait till like October. I think it was October. It was the fall. And like once for a few weeks, a year, you would get these spectacular colors that only, I remember reading it. They said they would teach you or tell you in these photography books that you only see these colors in this area of the universe, is what they'd say at the time. This is the only place you'll see these colors, and it only happens during the fall every year. Now it's happening every night. Almost every night. There's some nights we don't, but you know what I'm saying. So when I shot those videos of the hot pink sky and I live streamed it, it was totally out of focus. It was grainy. It was all blurred. Though all the time they flipped the video sideways. I don't know how that coincidentally happened, but it did. It was live. I don't know how. And then I did tape it. The color shows up somewhat. It's still not as extreme as you're seeing with your own two eyes. So the color we're seeing is not matching the color sometimes of the camera. And it's now being seen all over the world, so it's not just me. You can see these weird colors. Just look them up. They're everywhere. I have a whole folder called Sky Colors or whatever, a whole subgroup here. Look them up. Look in my folders. It's weird stuff. Is it because the frequencies are changing that we see these on some days and not others? Just a question. Just a question. Because you could see scientifically something's happening. This is a fact right in front of your eyes right now. It's called the Schumann resonance. And it's acting crazy. What is that doing to our frequency, our channel that we're normally on? Is that what's causing the anger, the outburst, the weird activity, all the weird stuff, even Mandela effect, all the stuff that's going on all of a sudden? Is it because our channel is trying to switch? Is it flickering between? It's like a light flickering. You know, when you're in a disco light and you see it message you up. It looks like you're walking in slow motion. When you see the light, that's frequency. Light is frequency. Think about it. Don't just say, oh, this is crazy. It's not crazy. It's real. It's right here. It's showing up. It's on the meter. And weird shit's happening. And weird stuff that makes patterns like this. Next time it snows by you and you get those thick three-dimensional little snowflakes that don't look like any snowflake you've seen before, see what the pattern is and take a picture of it. Send it to me. Send it to MBB. He's got a whole folder of weird weather events. His site's got a ton of it. He's got a lot of fans, so they send it in every day. He's getting weird and weird and weird stuff. So stuff that they say in the books lately that have been happening your whole life. Wink, wink, believe it or not. And a lot of us don't remember some of these things happening. So that is what it is. So that's the word CHLADNI. Check it out. I'm going to do a video on it eventually, but listen to that. Hear it? My house is shaking. Even the dog. Right, Cody? What is that, Cody? Did you hear that helicopter? The weird of coincidence. But that was hilarious. I hope you heard it. Anyways, let's get into CO2. There's regular news I want to do, but listen to that. What's the heck's going on? Why is that going through? Where did I just go? Hang on. That's weird. Alright. Oh, I went on my own channel. I got you. Dumb idiot. Alright, I got it. Alright, so we know what the Schumann is. I put the picture up even for the day it's in the file. Where did my other... Oh, I keep forgetting the computer rebooted. I had all these up originally, and I got to do it again. So let's go to Earth. This site I've shown before. You can do this on Windy too. Let's just take a look at sulfur. The reason, see, I had everything pulled up. This is aggravating. All right, you go into this site, earth.nullskull.net. Freeze the thing. You'll see it up here. Click the word Earth. That opens this key, and then you want to go to particulates. Then you go to. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Dust. Particulate. Chemicals. Yeah, chemicals. Chemicals. There's sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide. The one that kills people. CO2 kills people. Monoxide comes from breath. All right, let's look at the sulfur. Click the Earth button again. It shrinks it down. Now, it'll show you the latitude, longitude. It'll show you the amount right here. See this 0.09 UG? Let's zoom in. Now, you can see there's a ton of it in China, Asia. Look how bad this is. That's from industry, more than likely. That's pollution that nobody is paying attention to lately. But when you can't breathe, you'll start paying attention to this stuff. Now, I've done videos before about these strange little pockets. 1, 2, look at them down here. These little dots all over, and that's where the sulfur is coming out of the ground. Obviously, it's always there. But we got a heavy day of sulfur in the Midwest. Look at it coming out of Canada up here. Look at this. Look at this one up here. It's leaking all the way into Illinois from Canada. Look at this. What's the level? Watch this. 41. It was 0.04 before. 41 UGM third. Really? What is this? 76. This is literally pouring into Illinois, right on top of us. So any of you that tell me it's a garbage dump one more time, and we don't smell it all week, all month, until this happens, every time I've reported on the sulfur smell, there's always either one of these leaking or the one from St. Louis, which is right here. The St. Louis one is where they have all the Manhattan Project radiation buried. And it's on fire next door to it. There's a regular garbage dump and there's the Manhattan garbage dump. Those two are about to become one with an underground fire that's been burning since like World War II. So that normally is enough to give us a smell when the winds come out of the south, which it is down here. It's blowing right into Chicago, right? However, look at this bad boy. What is leaking out of Canada, dumping right into northern Illinois? So if you go outside and you smell something that smells like crap, that's sulfur. It's also related to evil stuff. People smell like sulfur. You ever hear that before? They're probably not good to hang out with. Now, Canada seems to have the worst lately. The East Coast gets it really bad, usually from the Midwest. These Midwest little pockets usually are blowing from west to east. So you'll see it pile up in the Northeast United States. A lot of it's around Manhattan, New York. Anybody with breathing problems in those areas, start paying attention. When you smell this stuff, there's something in the air. You can measure it. It's not your imagination. Let's see what the levels are up here. 9, 6, I'm just getting the region. 10, let's go down to St. Louis. 27, now that's high. 27, 29, this is the one by the dump. Okay, so that blows all the way up, and we get into double digits up here. We're at 8 to 12 roughly. That's high. Not as high as this. This is dangerously high. I don't know what's going on here. And then there's a big one right here. Let's see what this is. That's 78. 97 just north of Michigan. What is happening? Sulfur comes from earthquakes and volcanoes too. And there's a big volcano right here where 3 of these are leaking. Right here. I don't know if that means anything, but you can see the wind is so strong, it's blowing this down from Canada right into my backyard. That's why when I let the dogs out a little while ago, I smelled it, and then I went and made a note that I'm going to go live and talk about sulfur. I didn't even have to see this yet. I knew it was going to be up here. That's how confident I was. When I smell it, I know one of these spots is blowing it right at us because the wind shifted. Not the garbage dump. Plus, it's been freezing for a long time. The garbage dump's probably frozen. Just like you say. So, do you see this sulfur coming out of Canada right into Chicago? And speaking of that, everybody forgot that there was these big California fires, I'm sure, back in, what was it, November 8th, I believe? Yeah. When the whole town's lit up and all that stuff and all the trees are still there or whatever. The incident like that happened in Alberta, Canada at the McMurray. I've been wanting to do a video on this too. At the McMurray military base. I think that's closed down now, but the whole city burned overnight. 100,000 people had to be evacuated. I think it was in 2016. And I remember listening to a woman. She was a veterinarian, and she was trying to go up there. She lived near the border, and she wanted to go help with the animals that were left behind. She tried to get in. They wouldn't let her. You had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So she didn't know that the first 1 or 2 times she tried to get in there. It was just so chaotic they wouldn't let her in. But then, when she finally got to go up, they're like, all right, you got to sign this so you won't tell anybody what you see up here. She's like, I don't need the help that bad. Look at the 6-6s right here. Isn't that funny? 466 right across. Unbelievable. Anyways, she wasn't allowed, or she could have gone up there, but she would have had to sign a thing saying you can't ever talk about it. So that fire happened 2 years or 3 years before the big one in California, and it sounds very similar. Very hard to find any photos, no videos. Try and look that one up. You want to go down a rabbit hole. And then compare it to the California incident. But something is leaking a ton of sulfur right into Chicago. Look at this path. And right here. The wind cuts across and is blowing that crap right at us. That's why you can smell it. Not only that, if you look at the wind pattern at the one up here, just over, was this Michigan, Canada border? What state is this? This is Lake Superior, I think. One of those lakes. Anyways, the wind blowing out of New York area up this way is literally blowing it into a whirlpool right above. And that could be mixing into the air coming back down. So we maybe even get some of the smell from this one. You can see the wind pattern right here, and it's making like a vortex right above this. That's straight north of us. But this one definitely is blowing at us. These two are blowing down. But this is unreal. I've never seen this. The only time I've seen a trail like this was the one in Hawaii when the earthquakes or the volcanoes were going on over the summer. That's 97. Let's go to Hawaii. Oh, look at this circle. Look at that. That looks like there's a planet right there. Cute. Anyways, you go to Hawaii, right there. See? They got live volcanoes still going on. Let's see what Hawaii's is. 127. So that one in Canada blowing at us is almost as much sulfur coming out of it as that big constant volcano in Hawaii on the mainland. The one that caused all the problems. It still is, obviously. You see the plume? There's a plume coming off here, blowing it out to there. This plume is nothing compared to the one coming out of Canada right now. Right here. Way bigger plume of, where's it coming from? Where is the sulfur coming from? It's coming from the ground. Look at half the country, right down the middle, over. From Chicago, let's say Illinois, Iowa border, all the way to the East Coast is covered in sulfur right now. Almost the whole country. If you look at this map, the only one who doesn't have it is part of the West. Everybody else has got some level of sulfur pretty bad. Here, it's 64, 13, 36, 33, 56 on the East Coast, people. Not good for your lungs. Look at this. 60. This is only a few hundred miles west or east of Illinois. Let's see if there's any carbon monoxide or dioxide. Let's take a look. Since we're in there. CO2. You got a CO2 detector in your house, right? Here's the scale. That's also the scale. Now, let me show you a trick that's happening here. Normally, scales go from light to red or dark. Light to dark. They've inverted this scale. The light is the high. Look at 468 parts per million. This little blue, right? The blue, which would normally be the starting point on most graphs. Well, the dark is only 360. Well, look how big this is. It starts at 361, goes to 465. So there's only a 100-point spread here, first of all. So this is how they trick you on scales. This scale is already high. It starts at 3.5, goes to 4.5, from 350 to 450. The center is in the 400. So even these light yellows are still 400. Get it? If you don't get it, you don't get it. There's a problem here, people. These blues are the highest points. 454. 454 just west of Illinois. Coming out of here. Look at Canada up here where the other one is. 458. There's something going on right here in Canada. And it's blowing right into Chicago because of the wind pattern right now. The winds are out of the northwest, blowing that right into here. It looks like this whirlpool off of Washington State is sucking this stuff that way. See how it's pulling it towards the vortex there? So, CO2 is the stuff that can set your alarms off in your homes, like when you're heating and you don't have a vent or it's clogged. Look at these dark blues. Those are bad. You would think that's good because most scales go from light to dark. Not in this case. It's reverse. Look at all the carbon monoxide or dioxide in this country right now. Just saying. That you can't smell, you can't taste, but it affects your oxygen. It affects your oxygen levels. Anybody hear what I'm saying? You could laugh at it, but as your oxygen availability goes down and is replaced by carbon monoxide, dioxide, and sulfur, which is so high you can smell it in northern Illinois right now. Not the dump. It's not the garbage dump. I just see shit. That's all I'm saying. And let's do CO. There's sure a lot of carbon monoxide right here. Again, look at the scale. This one's back. Light is good. Dark is bad. See how they reverse it? Because the carbon monoxide isn't off the charts. So they don't have to scare. They don't have to worry about people getting scared. So the light in this case is actually not bad. It was actually confusing because if you look at this scale and versus the last one we just saw, this would be very bad. It is so very bad. 700, 800 parts per billion. This is supposed to be so low that they measure it in parts per billion. You're at 641 parts per billion. That's 6 parts per million. I think the scale's off. Let's look at that again. 100, it starts around 100. If you put your mouse over the color, it'll tell you. It'll light up. 51. So it goes from 50 to 2,500 or 250 parts per million. So that's a wide range. You see the other one? The other one's only a 100-point spread. It goes from 0 whoa, this is just reverse, right? Wait a second. Yeah, this one's the other. Okay. The light here is, see here? 450s, 460s to 350. There's only a 100-point spread. Something's going on with the carbon dioxide. So much that they're changing the scale. Light is bad instead of good. The sulfur goes from 0 to 750. And it's at 110 now. It was in the 90s before. 110 up in Canada there, and that's blowing right towards Illinois. Plus all the states in between. I don't mean to miss anybody in between, but I'm worried about my area right now. And it stinks. You could smell it, and it's not the garbage dump. But you could say it's the garbage dump if that makes you feel better. It wouldn't make me feel better. If I'm breathing enough bacteria in the air from a garbage dump that gets to my house, that's bacteria either way. So what's in this sulfur? What's in this? Where is that even coming? Hang on. How many days? You could do this too on this map. You can go back in time, or yeah, right here. You hit now, where we're at now, and then this is 1 day backwards, 3 hours. So you can do it hours or days. So let's go back. See how many days this has been here. This is 214. It's not letting me go back. Are you kidding me? Okay, 213. Look at that. So here, it's just starting to spread. Let's go back another day. Watch up here. 212. 11. So this has been going on for a while, whatever this is. Look how far it's going. It's going all the way across Canada. There's so much sulfur coming out of this hole. It blows all the way to the ocean. Across the entire country of Canada. And then look at this bad boy right above the United States border here. 280. And here you can see St. Louis is really cooking here, about 40. This is where the dump is, 70. Okay? So, if you look a few days ago, the East Coast was blowing right into Chicago area too. But it came over the lake, and I think the lake filters a lot of the smell out. When it comes from the south, like St. Louis, we can smell it. And we can smell it today coming from this bad boy right here. That was covering half of Canada. So you can play it. This is a good tool to play with. Because if you want to look, you can look at everything. Here, a couple days ago, the 8th. The 8th, it was starting to come down here. See how the wind shifted? And this one wasn't quite as bad. You still got the big volcano leaking a lot of gas here. You wonder what's under the ground here in the east, southeast. Or what is this called? Ohio Valley, whatever this area is right here. There is a ton of sulfur in these must be mountains right here. But you see these pockets, see these little pock marks, and they leak gas. I don't know if those are caves, I don't know if those are volcanoes, maybe old ones. There's something here. Again, I just see shit and report it. You guys help me figure it out. But this bad boy in Canada, if you look at the history, I guess, of Alberta, how much they've ruined the government, local politicians just trashed that place for oil money. They saw the oil boom coming for that sideways oil and all that crap, and they destroyed the landscape there. They just destroyed their town for cash. And now the cash is gone, the money's gone, the oil's gone. They destroyed the whole thing, burned to the ground for a few bucks. Live and learn? No, we just live and don't learn. Because that's easier to wear a blindfold. See? If you had a blindfold on right now, this wouldn't bother you. And even if I had a blindfold on, I'd still smell the crap smell, or it smells like horse manure, whatever you want to call it, outside. Now, 250 gets you to the jet stream. Let's see what this bad boy is doing. Or bad girl, however you look at it. That looks pretty fast. What the heck? Look at the jet stream. Whoa. That is freaky-deaky. Is this the south jet stream coming up to the north? Look at this. By coming out of the Caribbean? Is that the South Pole jet stream? There's a north jet stream and the south jet stream. Oh my. Oh my. It broke right here. Oh my. There's something wrong, dude. Oh my, my, my. The jet stream has broke. South of Florida. South, right by the Antarctic. Or by Central America, right here. Those were during the, I was offline. God bless it. How long was I offline? I don't know how much you missed. Hang on. I didn't even know I was offline. I'm under red now. I must be over right now. I can't show you the picture. I'm showing 22 frames a second. I am over the target. Something's wrong here, dude. Somebody forward this to somebody who knows what they're doing. I just observe shit. This is not normal. I'm off the air again. Hello. This is unbelievable. I'm just going to wait for it to come back up. My signal has been axed. It's flashing red, like it's a red emergency light. Red, yellow, red, yellow. This is hilarious. Somebody don't like this. There's 3 jet streams, people. This one's breaking off and forming its own, maybe. It almost looks like it's coming off. Look at the winds are coming off the south jet stream to form this one, while the wind off of this one's coming down. It's like they're merging 2 jet streams in the center. There's not supposed to be 3 jet streams. Not like this. You have the north hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. This is crazy. This is crazy. Well, I'm glad we smelled sulfur today. I never would have looked at this today. Unreal. We got jet streams all over the planet. What fun time to be alive. How is all this happening? It's got to be these. I don't know what it is. This is not normal, dude. I thought this was the south jet stream until you go further south and it's all the way down at the South Pole this time. Wow. I don't know what to say, man. This is so creepy. It's funny. If you knew what I'm looking at and what I know, this is not normal and it's not right. Am I on the air? I don't even know if I'm on the air. I don't hear it. Hang on. Wow, this is creepy. I'm probably going to have to re-upload this. I'm recording it because of things like this, unless my computer crashes, which could be next. Which would be really weird because it just rebooted. Let me see how hot it is. It's pretty hot. I still don't hear no sound. I don't know if I'm on the air, so I know I'm over the target. Something is wrong with this picture. So, this is creepy. Let's see what the air looks like at the surface. I'll do a little change of pace. It's not so creepy, I hope. These are surface winds. Pretty calm. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna call it at this. I'm over the target on something. Send this info to somebody that knows what they're doing. The frequencies are off. They're going crazy. You could see that plain as day here. There's also the button where you can see the amperage, basically the amperage of this. Let's see how high this is. It's hitting 6,000, 6,500 at its peaks. Yeah, this looks all hyper too. Now my sites are not secure. I don't know what's going on here. My computer is acting very, very weird. Alright, just to wrap this up, you want to see resonance, you can buy your own little pad. I might do it at some point and show you these frequencies in real time. Otherwise there's already people that have done it. So, right here. Check that out. Check out the Earth. Hit the Earth button. Go to air. Hit 250, so you're at the jet stream level. and have fun with this. Click the Earth again to lower it, and then play with the ball, if that's what it is. Remember, this is the spot with the magic geomagnetic field that they can't send a satellite over. That's why this is always black on all the radar. Just so you know. Since we're here, real quick, let's go a little deeper. If it'll load. I can't do anything. I have no mouse. Well, ain't that special. I want to see the live magnetic shield right now. I'm still in the red. This is unreal. Alright, the magnetic compass that I showed you before to watch for when shit's going crazy is going crazy right now. The last one I showed you was absolutely quiet. They were on the X, you know, the two lines cross that make the X. You want that needle. See the needle here on the right? It's moving. That's the real-time needle. Here showing you the recordings of it. I don't know how many minutes have passed. So the left showing you how this is zigging and zagging left and right. You can watch it in real time. Watch this needle right here. You can see it moving. So the magnetic fields of Earth are woo, 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 woo. And you can see that right here. Pause the thing. Look at the address. It's the 2.irf.se. Go to your mag graphs, and it's all right there. You can watch this all day long. And most of the time, it's quiet. Right now, look at the needle bouncing. This is like that compass. Look, this one's turning off. This is like the compass needle. When I'm telling you, get the old Boy Scout compass and you see the needle moving back and forth. That's what this is measuring. I'm still trying to get my space weather. Let's look at the magnetosphere. They still have this off, by the way. I used to check the voltage of the planet, and it's been off for months. You would see it jump on days that we got hit by heavy sun activity to like 100 gig power. It was unbelievable, but they don't turn that one on no more. All right, I'm still locked up here. This is really crazy. I have no signal. We're running 802.11, whatever. It covers 6,000 square feet. I can't be losing signal. That's impossible. I can't even. This is. Come on. What is going on here? This is going to be missing data, I bet. Watch this. It's giving you 30 minutes. They turned all this off. Oh, yeah. What do they not want you to see? The powers that be. Look at that thing rocking back and forth, pulsing, pulse, pulse, pulse. How many hours? This should be showing me a couple of days worth at 150 frame. The wind hit over 600, so 680, 690, 700. So there's energy hitting the Earth right now from the sun's side. 7:30. I'm trying to watch the time at the same time to see if it jumped. Now here comes the red. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see the screen suddenly change? That's how you can tell when something just changed, where they cut out time. Let's go back. Where was that? Right here. Okay. We're at 23:44 hours. Watch this. 45, 15. Look at that. Do you see how they lie to you? I saw it when the picture suddenly changed. You could do this in quick time. They're missing data. This is 2/14/2019 at 23:45 hours. UTC. The next frame from 23:45 goes to the 15th a half hour later at 00:15 hours. Something happened that they don't want you to see. And it's all showing normal now. Look at this. That heavy red to, look at this. Whatever happened between here and here, this is the time that's missing from here to there. There's data missing. Look at the red around the Earth. This is the Earth right here, this ball. The light side of the Earth, dark side of the Earth. Watch this. Boom! This is a few hours ago, people. A ton of radiation is surrounding the planet right now. And they didn't show the point to where it happened. See, when you start noticing, like the jet streams, I got 3 of them. You then go to the space cameras here, whatever these are measuring, and you see, look at it get bigger. Wow, I'm going to go backwards. Drops, then nothing. So that energy in the front bow, this passed through and wrapped around the Earth itself. The bow shield failed. This is the bow shock. And the bow shock, like I showed you on the video where they totally redid the 2-year-old video, used to come out to the 20 marker here. Barely getting the 10. It's actually so less than 10, they don't even put 10 up there. But that's too hard to explain right now. This is not good. When they delete information, there's a reason. Look at here. The bow is almost touching the Earth's energy now. These are almost one. If this connects to the bow shock, to the actual energy around, this is in the satellite band. These little things spinning around are supposedly the satellites. So if there's any electrical problems going on, electronics, now it's going to be the time it's happening, last couple hours. But energy doesn't matter, right? Frequencies don't matter, right? They wouldn't bother your body. It's not going to give you a headache. It's not going to make you feel like crap. No. Don't worry about it. What is this forming? Here we go with that big ball behind the Earth again. That is not good. I'm going backwards again. This is a mess. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's the spot. That's the spot. Wow. It looks like they took the data out and then moved it to only a half hour. That's not a half hour difference right here. Because look how all the blue calmed down back here. That's hours of data. Somehow they're now tweaking it where it only shows 30 minutes. That's not 30 minutes. This is not 30-minute difference here. I'm toggling back and forth between the half hour it's missing. Something's up. I'm going backwards fast. That's it. Something smells bad. Literally. Let's look at the other cut. Might as well, right? Since we're here, I might as well document it. If anybody wants to use this for their videos, feel free. I don't care. Get the word out. Use this data, use my video, do whatever. Just send it out to somebody who knows what they're talking about, hopefully. Let's watch where they cut this one. I bet you it's going to be near the same time. This one doesn't give us the speed. It's showing you a different cross section. So let's take a look. This is the one that looks like a spider, and it's aiming the wrong way. It's aiming towards like noon. It should be aiming to the sun. It's twisting just like the magnetic field is twisting. None of the up and down lines are touching. Look at this. Oh my. There's no magnetic north-south lines touching there. None. There's no connection at all. What's going on in the front? To the right. Here comes the balls of energy behind the planet. Oh! Now we should be coming up right here. Bam! They did it here too. Alright, let's take a look. They changed the time. Hang on. Right there. So here's 23:45. Right there. This is the same spot. They cut the other one. Boom. 15 after. Next day. Boom. Exactly a half hour, supposedly. Look at this. Look at that energy transfer. Look at this. Here you can see it even better. Here's the energy. What's happening is the energy is hitting from the sun, and it makes a bow, and the earth is behind it. So the energy hits, and it diverts the wind around us. Watch this next frame. That front energy collapses and touches the earth. Watch this. Bam! That, to me, looks like the shield collapsed. I could be an idiot, which I am most of the time, but I see shit. And that is not normal. Ever has been normal. Shouldn't have happened, and the bow is missing. That's why they were cutting. Look at the spiders now completely red, the body parts, if you look at it that way. Oh my. Oh my. Look at all the one. Look at this. This is insane. But frequencies don't matter. There's nothing coming at us. Meaning there's nothing changing the energy. Whether it's flowing by or it's flat, wherever this frequency is coming from, it's definitely screwing up our electronics. Even the dark and light side of the earth is all screwed up here. Look at right here. Half is the side is facing the sun. This should be light. There's so much energy that it's showing the whole planet almost is lit up. Look at this. Where's the half that's dark? Right? There's so much energy, I don't think it's showing the whole complete dark side. It's always cut in half. Well, one of you channels need to get on this that knows what this is better than me. Something just happened. Something is not kosher, as they say. I'm going backwards right now. Look at the reds. Look at these lines. These are supposed to go across, like when you wrap a turkey with that string, it should go all the way across. It's not even close. And here earlier in the day, you didn't have the red spider body parts like we do now. I think the shield collapsed. Or damn near did. Look at the chaos. Look at this chaos. And what's this energy from behind the earth? Now you can see it's cut in half. There's light side, dark side, right? Look, I'm going backwards, so it looks a little different. What is this blob of crud right here? It's not even on the scale here. That energy is not on this chart. What happened? Okay, we're going to play this forward at regular speed. Watch that energy. This is at 2/14/2019 at 17:24 hours UTC. Watch this. Playing forward. Very, very strange. Wait till this turns red. It's coming. The transfer is coming right here. It already blew right there. You just saw it blow off the back. Now watch the front collapse. Bam! It transferred all that energy right onto the earth. And rolled it. Look at it. It's blowing it behind here. Look at this. And these balls of energy stayed there until they cut the clip. Now it's back to normal. Wow. Alright. That's enough for today. This is insane. Oh, wait. There's one more chart. Hang on. If I'm going to look at this, I got to look at all three of them. For the record. I'm only doing this now just to document it. Because I don't know what it is, but it's not good. And it's changing your frequency. Period. Believe it or not, I don't really care. It is. If barometric pressure bothers people, this has to bother people. There's no way around it. No way around it. This is energy that's getting through our shields. This is going to be freaky deaky. This is the one you can see the collapse the easiest. This is the bow shock, right? It's loading. When it collapses, these little ends right here, they'll touch the earth. They'll collapse down and touch the earth. Let's see what happens. These are your satellites going around. See that little diamond and thing going around it? Here it comes. It's going to collapse right here. I'm guessing. Let's see. We're almost at the magic minute. 2 more hours. All right, 2200. Here it comes. Here comes the energy. 22.5 or 1 hour. Look at all the pressure building up behind it. All right, now they're about to cut it right here. Nothing. That's very strange. This one's not sure. Did they cut all of it? You should have seen the event here. And that's at 23:45. So you could see it was starting. It's starting to build up, and then it discharges to here on the other two graphs. This one they've already fixed. It looks like they've already scrubbed this. This right here, bam, there it is. They did the same. They cut the time. There's that missing time right here. From that to, oh yeah, everything's fine. What happened that they blocked out? What happened that they blocked out? And the magic time is, for anybody that wants to research this, one more time. 2/14/2019 at 23:45 hours. The next tick is that's missing part. What happened at 23:45 UTC? So you can get a quick look here, and then we'll end this. And go here. This is the chart. When they have big events, they zoom in, and it won't have any time on the bottom. It'll be like an hour. Hey, right here. February 14th, 2 hours. That's all they're showing you. We can't even go back to the time. 0300. Hang on, what time was this at? 2/14 at 23:45. Yeah, this stops at 1500. You're 8 hours away. 8 hours to the right of this. They're not showing us anything. They took it off the graph. So what they do is they zoom in and only show you a few hours, but they act like it's the whole 24 hours. It's not. You're going from 3 to 15. It's 12 hours. You're missing the next 12 hours to the right of this, which is the event horizon we just saw. You don't even see the speed. The speed went up to 800. Here it was going down. Look, the speed was 520 up here, drops to 480. We just saw it hit 800 when the peak happened further out, 12 hours that way. So they're hiding the data. Why are they hiding data? Why? Do you care? Probably not. Somebody does. Somebody needs to. At least document it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm documenting it. It's giving me a headache. I gotta go. It's Wag Chicago. I have no idea what the hell just happened. I'm out of here.